All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Let me. I think it's okay. For a second, I thought I hadn't actually hit the recording button, so I got paranoid for a second. We're fine. We're good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm good.
Calm your shit and shut up.
Okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Evoland 2. I am joined once again by Cyberlink 420.
And welcome to the part of the game where Laura's going to be really, really happy she's not the one holding the controller.
I can imagine.
So what is this?
It looks like some kind of ancient armor overrun by some kind of leafy thing.
Let's
Oh, it's that winged device thing. Oh, boy. Oh, I have this sneaking suspicion. Kuro, don't tell me. I don't think this is such a good idea.
For once, I agree wholeheartedly with Miss Fina. This device looks dangerous.
There must be another way to access the pyramid.
Yes, another way. Of course. That is what we find. I must admit, I know of no other way.
Oh no! Manos! Help me! I really don't want to fly. Well, not in that machine anyhow. I could maybe give it a shot. But it's only to make you happy, Kuro.
I'm glad we've come to an understanding.
Oh my
Suit
god,
up.
is this a reference to Final Fantasy VII, the motorcycle sequence?
Better.
Really?
Welcome to the vertical shooter mode.
Oh my fucking Christ.
Welcome to the wonderful world of raining bullets.
Oh my fucking Christ, no.
Like I said, you're real happy that you're not the one holding the controller this time.
I mean, I can do this decently, but like, it's not my favorite, and oh my god, these fucking projectiles. Well, oh, there's a little bit of a Contra influence.
Yep. But those power-ups are only temporary. You can see the bar ticking down.
Yeah.
So I gotta make sure I try and maintain it as much as I can. Constant restocks and whatnot. Otherwise I run out like that. But thankfully...
Yeah. Oh god, there's so much happening on the screen that the screen share...
Starting to lag out.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It could be a lot worse, and it has been a lot worse than this, but...
Yeah.
Gosh. There you go. That means there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. They coded this apparently very well.
Yeah, and thankfully, again, I can call my partners who will offer their own bonuses, like so.
Oh, nice.
Fina's good for covering a kind of wide swath with bullets, while Menos is good for taking out a single target.
Ah, nice.
That's it.
Well, I'm glad that you do have your friends to help you through this.
I get by with a little help from my friends.
A little help from my friend.
For the record, I'm having trouble keeping up with everything on screen too, and I'm the one, with it right in front of me.
Right.
Like between bullets, power-ups, other bullets, and experience points, it's a little...
And of course, all of the little projectiles that you just gotta dodge.
Yep.
There's a lot of them on screen too. I can see that much.
It's a lot to take in at once. Like,
See, this is the sort of game that is definitely designed more for folks who love complicated gameplay and different aspects in a game.
yep.
I prefer single-player games where the gameplay is secondary to the story. Oh!
Our first boss counter.
Biblis!
Nice work, my mouse. Oh, we are in Toho mode now. Welcome to bullet hell.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I leveled up.
Good job! Yay! Hooray! Stop firing at me, please!
I would greatly appreciate that, yeah. At least Menos takes out a hefty chunk of his health. Right.
Oh!
Back to full stock.
Hey!
Unfortunately, that is not the last boss for the segment.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I do like the way, I mean, even with this could be a lot more complicated, and I have seen more complicated games integrated into this style.
Yeah. So those guys can shield themselves.
Oh boy. Gosh.
Oh, no. And no, viewers, there's nothing wrong with your YouTube video. The frame rate actually has dropped.
Yeah. Oh boy, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
So I'm getting lag, and the frame rate is legitimately dropping.
Yeah, it's a little hard to manage, but I'll get by.
Just a little bit for all of you aspiring game developers out there. The more items that you put on screen, the more likely you are going to cause some sort of lag when it comes to the loading of the screen.
Stability is king.
You do want to try and have, a good challenge. You want to have something that can actually, keep someone interested, invested. You want to make sure that they are feeling challenged by the gameplay. But the more things that you have on screen at a time, and the more things that are required to be on screen at a time, the more likely you are to have an impact on the actual ability to play the game. No.
And seriously, guys, 30 frames is not the death knell that people say it is, but at the same time, it's got to be stable 30.
Yeah.
Like, if it's constantly dropping to 15 or whatever, that's a problem.
Yeah. Like, you wanna have enough to keep things interesting, but the more that you spam, like, as soon as you start having 20, 30 objects on screen at a time, up to 40 objects on screen at a time, is when there's too much stuff for the eye to even really keep track of, much less the game itself. Again, I'm not speaking necessarily from, like, an ultimate, game developing standpoint, just my experience as a gamer and my own frustrations over the many years that I have been playing video games.
Yeah, like, I'm not a game designer yet, but...
Yeah. Well, now... I mean, it's a lot more easy to actually break into the game development scene than it used to be.
This is very true. I did just buy RPG Maker VX Ace, so
nice.
Who knows what's going to happen down the line.
I've got a handful of game-making things. I just don't have the patience necessarily yet. But, so there you go. I might actually be making video games in the future. If I can get my shit together.
Yeah, like, video... I wanted to make video games ever since I was a kid, but I tried taking classes for it, and through a combination of lousy professors and just my own inability, I kind of realized maybe this is not necessarily the field for me, but, it is something I would like to try at some point, just to say I've done it once.
I mean, there are individual game makers, and there are some ways that you can make a game completely individually, but at the same time, there's no shame in actually being able to find the people who are able to do the things when it comes to game development that you are not personally capable of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, even in my own, video stuff, I do that as part of a team because I can't do it on my own.
Right. Jesus. Well, this one's, fun.
Yeah, I'm just trying to steer clear, but it's not the easiest.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be nice if some health could be dropped.
Yeah, like The last guy had, you know, minions who would drop health every so often. At least.
Oh God.
At least Minos took out a good chunk of his.
Oh God. Oh
I'm
God.
okay. I'm okay. I'm
Oh
okay.
God. Oh, thank fuck.
And I think it checkpoints me right there.
So if you do die, at least you'll start there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have to start back at the beginning of this whole segment. Oh,
Oh,
hey.
hey, bombs.
Oh, those are the Final Fantasy bombs.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, bombs. Yeah. Bombs is a completely different franchise. Whoops.
And yet one that also gets frequently referenced in this game.
Oh yeah. And this is one of those things, like, I'm sure that they had a lot of ambitious stuff that went into developing this, but, like, this is a sequence that I feel is carrying on a little bit too long.
Yeah, I think this...
The second boss could have been the final one, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think this... Or, at the very least, maybe the segments in between made a little bit shorter.
Yeah. I mean, at least you got your health back, which is good. But yeah, no, that's another thing to keep in mind. Make sure that even if you're trying to integrate a whole bunch of different elements into your gameplay, try to make sure that one, they are cohesive, and second of all, that they are not too long.
Yeah, don't,
especially if it's
there's no need to be too overly ambitious and stretch your thing further than is like really necessary.
Yeah. Try to stick to one particular genre when it comes to gameplay. You can make references and homages to other styles of gameplay as well. That is not a problem, but if you are creating a segment like this and this is not like the main genre of gameplay that someone is signing up for with these types of games, it's going to create this, okay, all right, and people who aren't necessarily, you know, into this style of video game is going to be probably far more irritated.
Yeah,
So.
people who know me know that the original Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game of all time, period, bar none. And I still love that game, and I like the sequel, Banjo-Tooie, but I feel like it kind of stretched itself a little too far. Like, although all of the like individual levels were bigger and interconnected, and like all of them had different mini games and stuff where it'd be like you switch to a different gameplay style. Some of them would be like a first-person shooter. Some would be like controlling a submarine, shooting torpedoes. Just a lot of different stuff, and it kind of like compared to the tight 5-6 hour experience that Banjo-Kazooie was, you know, and that's 5-6 hours speed run or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Tooie kind of stretched itself a little bit further than it needed to go, and
Well, and I also think of things like, as a more modern example and not one that I know directly of, I think of like Sonic Boom, for example, which, you know, The Rise of Lyric, which had like 50 different game styles worked into the same game. Like, it did not seem like a very coherent game because they were trying to do everything. I'm sure that there are a lot of elements to it that are also still enjoyable, but from what I observed...
There really aren't. It was not a finished game.
Yeah. And I'm not even going to shit on the people who like that game, because there
There
are games
aren't
out
any.
there... Well...
Take it from the dedicated Sonic fan. Everybody knows that Rise of Lyric was kind of an unfinished mess.
Right. I will say, regardless, I mean, there are some folks out there that can still enjoy a game that's an unfinished mess. I liked Dragon Age 2, and that was a rushed-out game that was blatantly unfinished.
Yeah, and I have a soft spot for the Sonic 06 game, because while that was a completely broken mess, it was at least completely broken in, like, a fun way.
Right. So, I think it's possible to incorporate some game elements, but, like, make sure that you have a coherent style.
Yeah.
Like, that you actually do have something that's, like, so that you don't have to be a gamer of all styles in order to complete a game. That was actually even my frustration with the first Evoland, was that it required you to be a master of a whole bunch of different RPG styles in order to get through it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, and I would rather play like a tight 4 to 5 hour experience than, you know, a 20 to 25 hour game that just drags.
Way to go, Kuro! We're getting close to the pyramid. Hey, do you Do you know how to land this thing? No. But... What? Seriously? Couldn't you say that before?
Didn't come up. We must descend, and quickly! Now!
Oh my god, a cutscene.
Oh. Whoops.
And then they were dead.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us for... Oh.
Kuro. Are you alive? No. You're right. Just play dead. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill you. Remind me to never let you take the wheel again. That's kind of fair.
It's more of a handlebar, really.
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a wheel involved in it.
Yeah, there are wheels. Or gears, maybe. At any rate, your aim was true, Mega Clink. We made it to the top of the Prophet's Pyramid, and that is what counts.
No, you're wrong. What counts is that we almost died. Well, both things count. That was way too risky.
I'm not so sure. I have contemplated much since our paths first crossed. Everything that has happened to us, surely it cannot all be mere coincidence. One would think events have been woven together to make us the key players in a story beyond ourselves. As if something or someone held sway over our fate.
But I thought demons didn't believe in fate.
That is true. Or rather, it was. I no longer know what to think. And so, here is the fabled Stone of Time.
Awesome! Quick, let's grab it and get out of here before anyone sees us. Good luck with that.
Too late! Aha! So you have returned!
You know, it's not very polite to interrupt someone when they're...
This is my place! I'll talk however I want! I have long awaited this moment.
You're a creep.
Each and every day.
Sorry.
Bit by bit. Gaining power. Obtaining this stone. In order to defeat you, great destroyer.
So, it's official. This guy's off his rocker. Yeah, I don't think so. Because here's my thing. This guy was, Kuro here, was literally designed by someone that we recognize to be of not positive intent. So, who knows?
We'll see.
Kuro, the Great Destroyer? That's about as likely as 2 + 3 makes 7, depending on who you ask.
I will have to do the math. 2, 3, 7! 2 times 3 times 7 makes 42! The number of the Great Destroyer!
Nice. You're gonna have to calm down, Prophet Sir.
Oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, people with epilepsy. Oh. 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 Well.
Well.
He seems to want to face you in single combat. This will make for good training. Just remember, Mega Clink, The trick is to defeat him before he wins.
Good. Yes, good advice. Thank you.
No need to thank me. I'm here to help.
I'm sure you can beat him, and I'll do my best to provide backup.
From over there. Yep, this is happening now.
Wow. What, really?
Yep.
You've got a Hadouken.
Yeah, he's got Ryu's entire moveset.
Sure you can.
Yep.
Jesus.
So Kuro is just straight up Ryu, while the Prophet is kind of a mix of Akuma and M. Bison. He's got his Tatsumaki.
I know very little about fighting games. I used to play a handful of them when I was very young.
Shinku?
Some of the original Street Fighters and like Mortal Kombat was like the big one.
Right. The typical arcade fare.
Hey! Oh god, of course.
Yeah, it's never done in the first round. So I actually do play a fair number of fighting games. I wouldn't call myself good by any stretch of the imagination, but I enjoy a good fighter every now and again.
Yeah.
Like I've played a good chunk of the 2013 Killer Instinct over the last few years, which I actually greatly enjoy. I think it's a really good fighting game I think it's a good one for new people to just kind of get their feet wet, because it's got a lot of like good tutorial stuff and like a simplified mode, so you can just mash buttons and cool shit will happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting in that regard. I feel like there's a lot more games that are like doing a better job at bringing new people in. Like the new Dragon Ball fighting games, especially good at that.
Yeah. Oh hey, nice stop of that charge.
Yep.
Well, I take that back.
Yep, his Psycho Crusher is not going to stop me this time.
Just a slap in the face and that's the end of it.
Now I'll show you my true power!
I'd say he's bluffing.
Nope, he's going full Darkado.
Oops, maybe I was wrong. You weren't kidding about this being a slightly longer segment, huh?
Yeah, like between the shooting segment and the fighting game segment, like one right after the other, it's kind of an endurance match.
Well,
thankfully, I believe we'll have an opportunity to save right after this, so...
Good. I would hate for us to have to lose progress here.
No, that's not happening, period. I will not allow it.
I will not allow it!
Shinku Hadouken!
Jesus.
I honestly need to play more Street Fighter V. I've only played a little bit of it, but I've liked what I've gotten to sample, and I feel like after they had a really kind of rough start, they finally, with the arcade edition release, they turned... Oh! I was on the other side! That Raging Demon should not have hit.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Street Fighter V is finally in a good place where it's a game worth playing, compared to, you know, Marvel Infinite, which kind of crashed and burned. Which is a real disappointment, because I love Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And before anybody asks, I played Phoenix Wright, Dante, and Deadpool. I knew he would get one round on me. If I can just get off my super, that'll get a good chunk. Oh. Not this time. Thankfully, he never seems to block the super for whatever reason.
Well, whatever. If they blocked the super, I would actually be kind of pissed off. I understand that that it's fair, but like...
It's rare in this that I whiff the super, but it seems like it's hard to get it to come out sometimes. Okay.
Nice,
there's that
nice,
second
nice.
round.
You truly are the best, Great Destroyer.
Why do you call Mega Clink Great Destroyer?
I recognized him. How could I forget it? I was but a child when the great disaster came. But it truly is him. The prophecy does not lie. He will gather the 5 keys. All will be covered in water. He will destroy the world.
What's he saying, Kuro? You're the one who caused the great disaster? Tell me that's not true.
Miss Fina, Mega Clink has no memory. He knows nothing of his past.
But then, if we return to our time, all of this won't have happened yet. That means it's his future.
That depends on how you look at it. But if so, we must prevent the prophecy from being realized.
You heard that, Kuro? I will not let you become the Great Destroyer. I'm going to walk inside of you first.
Let us take the Stone of Time and make our way to Magi Isle. Make room, Miss Fina.
We're all going to climb up inside of Kuro's butthole.
Yep. Or wherever else we can find room. Is that the door?
I think you have to...
Oh, right.
Okay.
I have to take the stone. Yep. Hurry it up. We're on a timetable.
Not to be used to play bowling.
Handle with care.
There you go. I was gonna say, you can't leave until you actually collect the Stone of Time, dude.
Yeah, kind of important, admittedly.
Alright. So...
After... Oh.
Okay.
I recognize you.
Huh. Is this female?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, she was the one that we saved way back at the start of the game.
Oh. You have the Stone of Time, Kuro. Good. I'm counting on you. We will meet again. Okay.
So, this is a good stopping point, but that leaves us a lot to ponder. Like, we now have a time travel rock. Kuro is apparently the bringer of the apocalypse. And also this character we have not seen since, like, our second or third episode is suddenly here.
Well, certainly a lot to ponder, as you say. And I like the detail that you can no longer see the eye in the pyramid.
Yep.
That's kind of cool. But we're going to have to ponder more about it on the next installment of Let's Play Evoland 2. But this is really interesting again so far. A lot of... it doesn't really surprise me because it's another trope that Kuro might be the Great Destroyer, and there might be a reason why he's the Great Destroyer.
Perhaps.
So we'll have to find out more about that next time. Hope to see you then.
See ya.